right? So if we open the pouch, you can see how it's used as a pollination mechanism here. So like the front of the pouch here is smooth, and the back of the pouch has a couple little hairs that an insect is able to climb out of. On the way out, they go past this big surface right here. This is the stigmatic surface of the plant right here. This big disc-looking thing is the stigmatic surface, like the stigma on an iris plant or something like that. And it's really big because what the plant's really hoping for is that an insect is going to wipe its back along that surface with pollen in it, and then it's going to make a flower. It's going to make a baby. The pollens themselves are right here. Okay, so in an orchid, the three original pollens of a lily have become what's called a pollinia. So there's the thing on the back that unites them together. That's one of the old ancestral pollens from a lily. And if you look really closely, you can see that this little thing that I'm holding has two lobes. And those are the current lobes of the actual pollen from the orchid plant. And in a path, this has the consistency of earwax. So you can like smear it around, like if you pick a gross chunk of earwax, it's yucky, and it's sticky, and it like smears. And so if I want to make an orchid hybrid, I'll take that little thing right there, right? And I'll take the plant, and I'll smear it on that stigmatic surface, and there I just pollinated the flower.
You're just selfing it.
So I selfed it, just like that. Now,
Is that still
because
fertile?
no, well, that's an interesting question. Can it take more pollen? Yes, it can. So each individual pollen cell pollinates one egg. So this orchid can make 1 million seeds.
But can it pollinate itself? Is it self-fertile?
Yep. Most orchids are self-fertile, yes. Now, because this is a really rare species that Jane brought in and it has an extra pollen here, I'm going to keep the pollen. Like that. Okay, and so I have a whole bunch of these at home. I have thousands of these at home that are just in a Ziploc bag on my countertop. And this pollen lasts just like this for years.
Oh my God.
So you can squash it.
So you don't have to be refrigerated. It doesn't have to be like messed with. It doesn't have to be in anything special. This is in a Post-it note. So I'll write
has to be labeled.
half
Has to be labeled.
from
And read your writing afterwards.
Jane's, and then the date, which is July of 24.
Quick form of consent.
So there you go. Boom. Done. So now in a year, in 2 weeks, the flower part will fall off. And what will be left is this part back here, which is the ovary. And the ovary will elongate and swell a little bit. In Cattleyas, it gets huge. It looks like a grapefruit. It gets so big. In Paphs, it doesn't change a lot in terms of its size. And then a year from now, this will be ready to harvest and send to the lab so that I can make more Rungshurianums that are legal here in the United States.
That one's a year in development?
Yeah, about a year. Paphs take about a year.
Did that come from Vietnam, you mentioned?
It does come from Vietnam.
Oh,
Where did you get that from?